from California, rapper A$AP Rocky declines a plea deal on the eve of the start of his trial. The rapper, whose real name is Rakim Mayers, is charged with 2 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm. The deal would have sent him to jail for 180 days, but he now faces up to 24 years in prison if he's convicted by a jury.
Picture this: a rap superstar at the height of his career, standing in a courtroom where his future hangs by a thread.
In and of itself does not mean that your client is guilty. That's the way we're going to deal with this, and that's the final ruling. I don't want to hear anything more about it. That's the end of the issue for now. Are both sides ready for the jury?
A$AP Rocky, the fashion-forward rapper who once ruled the streets of Harlem, now faces a choice that could reshape his entire life. 24 years. That's how long he could spend behind bars if the jury finds him guilty of wielding a semi-automatic firearm.
How you doing this morning? How you feeling about the first day?
Wait, am I taking a stand at all?
The stakes couldn't be higher, and as the cameras roll in this Los Angeles courtroom, every eye is fixed on the man who dared to reject a deal that could have kept him free. Let's rewind to where it all began. The A$AP mob, a brotherhood forged in the crucible of Harlem's hip-hop scene. These weren't just rappers, they were family. Every member carried the A$AP prefix like a badge of honor, a symbol of their unbreakable bond. But when one of their own passed away, this brotherhood began to crack. A$AP Relly, once Rocky's trusted ally, claimed the superstar had turned his back on them, refusing to cover funeral expenses. What started as a heated argument on the iconic Hollywood Walk of Fame would spiral into something far more dangerous, with surveillance cameras capturing a moment that would change everything. In the high-stakes game of criminal justice, plea deals are often lifelines thrown to the drowning. The prosecutors offered Rocky what many called a sweetheart deal: 180 days in jail, some anger management classes, a bit of community service, a slap on the wrist compared to the potential 24-year sentence looming over him. But Rocky, standing tall in his designer suit, looked the system in the eye and said, "I respectfully decline." His career, his reputation, his entire future hung in the balance, and he chose to roll the dice rather than admit to a crime he claims he never committed. In a city where diversity flows through its veins like lifeblood, the jury selection raised eyebrows and ignited fury. 7 women, 5 men, but not a single black face among them. How could this be? In Los Angeles, of all places. The Reverend Al Sharpton's voice thundered through the media, demanding answers. Here was Rocky, a black man facing judgment, yet none of his peers would sit in judgment. The irony wasn't lost on anyone. In a system designed to provide justice by one's peers, where were those peers? The evidence in this case reads like a Hollywood script, full of twists and contradictions. The prosecution paints a picture of a cold-blooded shooting with a 9mm semi-automatic pistol. But listen to Rocky's defense team, and you'll hear a different story. One of a scared man using a starter gun to ward off potential danger, a celebrity who'd already faced stalkers and attackers. Then there's A$AP Relly, waiting days to report. The incident, mysteriously discovering shell casings after trained police had already swept the scene clean. In this tale of 2 guns, which version would the jury believe? Courtroom drama reached its peak when the prosecution dropped their bombshell, a ballistics report that threatened to shatter Rocky's defense like glass. The judge's decision to give Rocky's team just 24 hours to review this crucial evidence sent shockwaves through the legal community. It was like watching a chess match where one player suddenly produced a piece nobody knew was in play. The clock was ticking, and Rocky's freedom hung in the balance. While cameras captured every moment of the courtroom drama, another story unfolded in the shadows. Rihanna, global icon and Rocky's partner, carried the weight of this ordeal like a silent burden. The memory of that airport arrest in 2022, when heavily pregnant Rihanna watched helplessly as police led Rocky away, still haunted her. Sources close to the couple painted a picture of sleepless nights, anxiety attacks, and the constant fear that the father of her children might disappear behind prison walls for decades. The shadow of Tory Lanez's conviction looms large over this trial, a cautionary tale of how quickly the tables can turn. Both cases involved rappers, guns, and contested evidence, but the similarities end there. Where Lanez faced accusations of shooting a fellow celebrity, Rocky's case emerged from the murky waters of crew politics and street loyalty. The contrast couldn't be starker. Lanez's aggressive defense strategy backfired spectacularly, while Rocky maintained a dignified silence, letting his lawyers do the talking. As television cameras crowd the courtroom, this trial has transformed into more than just a legal proceeding. It's become a national spectacle. Every gesture, every word, every reaction is broadcast to millions, turning judicial procedure into prime-time entertainment. The judge, caught on camera complimenting Rocky's mother's beauty, revealed how even the most serious legal proceedings can take unexpected turns in the spotlight. Now, as Los Angeles holds its breath, the question echoes through the city's streets. Is this a case of justice being served, or is it, as Rocky's supporters claim, a setup aimed at bringing down one of hip-hop's brightest stars? The answer lies in the hands of 12 jurors, none of whom look like Rocky, all of whom carry the weight of a decision that could alter the course of music history. As the trial unfolds, one thing becomes crystal clear. In the court of public opinion, everyone's already chosen their side.